So today we're going to be talking about emotional connection. So I always was more interested in a man pursuing me and initiating things and just being intentional, that I completely miss the emotional connection piece. And I feel like that emotional connection is literally one of the biggest areas of a relationship after the spiritual, because that is what keeps the relationship together for a long period of time. Because if you don't have that emotional connection piece, then you're going to be constantly arguing and criticizing and being passive aggressive, doing disrespectful things to each other, because you don't have the emotional connection or the emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, whatever you want to call it, in the relationship, which causes the relationship to end regardless. So I realized that it's not just about how a man applies pressure, but it's really about how you guys are emotionally connected. I realized that I value when a man is able to take care of my heart, and vice versa. Like, I have to be able to take care of his heart as well, and especially in the area of disagreements and arguments. We have to know our partner's wounds and triggers and be sensitive to those things. If we want a long-lasting relationship, if we want to be healthy, we have to realize, like, yes, everybody has to heal and everybody has to do their own individual work to become their best self. But if you're in a relationship with this person and they tell you their past wounds or they tell you their past hurts, and you turn around and do the same things to them that another person did and expect them not to get triggered by it, then you're going to always be in conflict when you're in a relationship with that person. You can't just negate the fact that these past things have happened to that person. You have to be loving and sensitive to the fact that these things did happen, even though you weren't the one that caused them. You still have to be sensitive to those facts, that this is something that happened in this person's life. So the least I can do is be sensitive to it, even though I wasn't the one who caused it. And so when you look at things from that perspective, and you as a woman act out of your feminine energy and basically the way God made you as feminine, and you are nurturing and caring and loving, all that comes off. If you are operating in that, then you'll come off like that when in disagreements and in arguments, and vice versa for the man. If the man is actually operating out of the love of Christ and he is loving you like Christ loves his church, then there will be happiness, there will be health, there will be synergy between the man and the woman in a relationship, because both of you are operating in what God wanted the relationship to look like from the beginning. And so I just realized that I didn't value that at the beginning, and then I realized that this is a huge part of relationships, is being sensitive to another person's wounds and triggers, and being able to love through the disagreements, and be polite and be kind during disagreements and arguments. Because one thing is that people can be nice or kind or good to people that are good to them, or to, like, you can be nice when things are good between you two, but anybody can be like that. Like, anybody is happy and nice when they are in a good mood, but it really shows when somebody is angry or when somebody is irritated or mad or whatever, their character really shows during that time. It's like, what do you do when you're in a relationship with somebody and they make you mad? Like, what is your response? How do you treat them when that happens? And it's like, that is what you have to look at, and you have to look at that within yourself as well. Like, how do I treat this person when they make me mad? Like, how am I coming off to them? How do I talk to them? And all of that. And the same goes the opposite way. Is like, how do they treat me? How do they talk to me? And how do they handle my heart? And so I realized that that is a huge thing when it comes to relationships. That is a huge value of mine now. Despite like all of the pursuit and all of that is good. Applying pressure is good. But when you actually get into a relationship with somebody, this is what holds the relationship together. After like I said, the spiritual, like for me in my eyes, because I am a Christian, like the spiritual and God is number one regardless. But after the spiritual, the emotional connection between me and that person is what matters second. And so I just wanted to come and share that with you guys. I hope you guys got something from that. And just remember to think like things, speak like things, and share like things. Able to set a standard for yourself, and then somebody is able to come into your life and allow you to bend your standards to fit their needs or to fit what they're doing, then that means you still have work to do within